Remembering our angel, Brittany Nicole Dillard of the Plain and Simple podcast. Continue to watch over us. We miss you. We'll never forget you.
What's up, Bree? What's up, Bree?
Hey, look at Mark, y'all. Oh my
Shut
God.
it up.
Happy Mother's Day to me.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Remember, I know y'all probably like, what in the hell is Mark doing up this late, going live to talk some shit? Well, because I'm still up, and we got this hot topic that's on the timeline, on everybody's timeline, that's going on right now. Amongst other things, because there's plenty of other things going on in the world. This motherfucker Toot Edwards, first thing he jump in the comments and screams, "I need a ride." Sir, I am here to unfortunately inform you that my Uber days are over. I'm no longer an Uber driver. In fact, the 7 Mile Radio news van just got to the studio yesterday. Okay, 7 Mile Radio news van just got to the studio yesterday. Can we get a round of fucking applause for the 7 Mile Radio news van getting to the studio yesterday? It's been a long time coming. And we're about to hit the road, Jack, with the news van this summer. It's about to go down. But it's not what I'm here to talk to y'all about tonight. I figured you were just fucking with me too. What's going on, my dog? So shout out to everybody that's tuned in on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's listening on 7mileradio.com. It's been a while since I've been up this late just kicking it with y'all about whatever I want to kick it with y'all about. And in this case, last couple of posts that I made on my page has gotten a lot of attention. One of them was about the holiday that just passed. Right, I made a post that some people have. I'm gonna talk about this first before I get into the Kevin Samuels situation. I'm gonna open up the call-in line so y'all can chime in with me and kick it. I made a post earlier on my page about Cinco de Mayo and the celebration of Cinco de Mayo, and versus that of a Juneteenth celebration and a recognition of that holiday that is more so centered around and focused for us. I said, so the Mexicans in Detroit celebrated and had the Cinco de Mayo parade on May 1st this year. I wonder why. Probably to pump fake y'all out of being there. Or probably to get their celebrating out the way first so they can run their businesses on the holiday and capitalize off of the people who weren't Mexican, because they were going to patronize Mexican businesses, food trucks, and a majority of the investing into the Mexican culture on the actual day of the holiday. But I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. I just hope we keep that same energy on Juneteenth. So there was a couple of comments that I read in the post that suggested that I was kind of making a racially divisive statement by suggesting that, the Mexicans, maybe it was the part about the Mexicans purposely not celebrating Cinco de Mayo on Cinco de Mayo, but on the 1st, so as to pump fake us out of not being there. And of course, I know that Cinco de Mayo does not fall on the same day every year, and I know that they celebrate Cinco de Mayo sometimes not on the holiday. But the contrast that I was trying to make really was about, again, us celebrating situations that weren't for us. I mean, we have come up with every excuse in the world as to why we should, or I've seen so many posts about people who talk about people that make stats like myself, like the one that I made, and oh, everybody need to shut the hell up. You celebrate every other holiday, and if you celebrate Christmas and all of that or whatever. And there's a couple other people saying, little stuff about, and each and all and everybody got their opinion. They feel how they feel, you know what I mean? But it's just the contrast that I was trying to make. And case in point, sometimes you can say things in a way, this status being an example, sometimes you can say things in a way that triggers people and push people's buttons, right? I know that. You know what I mean? That's part of the reason why I word certain things the way I word them when I post them or when I say them, is because I know how shock value affects people. You know what I mean? It's provocative. It gets people going, per se. You know what I'm saying? So we know a lot of people like that on the internet, right? A lot of people that say provocative shit, what I'm saying, get people going. They do it and they say it purposely because it draws attention to them, and not attention to them personally, but maybe they have a brand that they are trying to ignite the spotlight for, or something to that nature, right? Case in point, like, an individual that is another person that is hot in the timeline right now. This dude, Kevin Samuels. Now, a lot of people have seen the information that is rumored to be true going around social media. And, I even made a post talking about he was probably not dead. I said, you know what? I'm sorry to inform you all, but Kevin Samuels is not dead. That's what I said earlier, maybe about 5-6 hours ago. I posted it. Had a lot of podcasts today. I didn't really have too much time to tend to the interwebules and do research as far as what was legit and what was not. But I did see during my research that there were some credible outlets as of recently that have published it, such as Revolt. I seen News One, and even locally, our 107.5 radio station has posted an article about Kevin Samuels, saying that he is indeed deceased as by way of cardiac arrest or heart attack, however you want to describe it. So, found unresponsive in his Atlanta home, and that was the result of that. Now, I had another picture. I don't know. Now, I don't know. Don't quote me, right? I don't know if this is actually him or not, but I ran across this image online, and I don't know if this is the actual picture of him being taken from the apartment that he was found deceased in. But again, that is one image one image that I just found before I got online tonight to talk about this. But a lot of people were saying that they were expressing pleasure with him being dead. I find that to be a little bit disturbing. Seeing is that he is entertainer. I feel like he does and says the things that he does and says for the sake of entertainment. In fact, just like a lot of other things online, this dude has became popular and famous not off of the things or from because of the people that like him, but it's the people that don't like him. You know what I'm saying? It's not a talent or a skill per se that he is known for. He's not an actor. He's not a musician. He's not a ball player. He's not a singer or anything of that nature. It is something that he said, some kind of antics that's made him go viral time after time after time, and he continued to strike while that iron was hot, and it made him what he is to the day, and everybody knowing about him. So no different than a comedian saying provocative stuff for the sake of just being known and being seen. You know what I mean? It's like shock value is a component in a lot of different areas of entertainment now. Like I said earlier, sometimes people become famous not off of a talent that they had. Even a lot of rappers, ball players, and shit like that, they aren't famous and they aren't known a lot of times. They don't make the headlines because they had a good game or because they dropped a dope album or because they made a good movie, an Oscar-winning performance. It's because they said some dumb shit. They did some crazy shit. They wore something so crazy that it just made people follow them. You know what I mean? Look at the Gorilla Glue girl. All she did was put glue in her head and went famous, got viral. She could have got a bag, but she blew it. We all know the story. But anyway, that's just an example of how people can get famous off of doing nothing. They don't have a talent, a skill, anything of that nature. Is just I did some dumb shit, said some dumb shit, some viral shit, and now I'm popular, I'm known, and now I am a brand to market, you know what I'm saying, to sell to people. And that's what Kevin Samuels was. And a lot of people didn't like him, but it worked for him, you know what I'm saying? And I talk about him in past tense because I guess he's passed away. I still haven't heard it from a major credited outlet such as like a TMZ or something like that. That's what everybody waiting on TMZ to drop the news. But you know, it looked like it might be true. So I don't know. I'm gonna open up the phone lines real quick so y'all can call in and see if y'all got anything to say about this situation. But how y'all feel about the situation? If Kevin Samuels is alive, that's what I was thinking the whole time earlier. Like, okay, if he is in fact still alive, he's gonna have a field day with all of this content that he's getting, with people wishing him well in death. I'll say it like that. That's a nice way of me saying it. But you know, even if he's not, I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity for him to turn the leaf and possibly use this momentum as leverage to be seen as the good guy in some kind of a way, shape, form, or fashion. Like, I think if he was smart, he would probably use this sympathy that everybody has for him in this moment to turn it around and be some kind of positive figure. I think that's probably what will happen. As if he's alive, I'm hoping he's alive. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't wish death on anybody. You know what I mean? No matter how much I don't like the individual. I'm not saying that I don't like him. I don't know him to not like him personally. But yeah, man, I don't wish death on anybody. Drug overdose. Somebody said it was a drug overdose. No, you're making folks think and start a dialogue. So, with that being said, with that being said, and the dialogue being started, let me open up the phone line. So, y'all see the number down there, 313-723-0481. If you want to call in and give your perspective on what you feel about either the celebration of Cinco de Mayo, or the situation with Kevin Samuels, feel free to chime in. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been up kicking with y'all in the middle of the night, and that's not because I don't love y'all no more. I don't fuck with y'all or nothing. Y'all know that you know, we have 21 podcasts, 21 shows on the network now. So every day I have anywhere from 3 to 5 podcasts to engineer in the studio. So I really have no time to kick it with y'all like that unless it's early in the morning or late at night like this. So that's pretty much what it is. But y'all about to see a whole lot more of me when I get this news van put together completely and on the road. Speaking of the news van, I wonder where's that flyer at, Mark? You had the flyer on the desktop. Where did you put the flyer at, Mark? Actually, go to 7mileradio.com/trafficjam2. I know a lot of y'all lazy asses ain't gonna go to the website on the phone, so I'll post the link a little bit later. But we're doing a meet and greet for all of the shows, all right, on the 20th of this month. If you want to come to the meet and greet, you want to go to the website and purchase some merchandise. Purchase a t-shirt, 7 Mile Radio t-shirt, because we're doing a photo shoot with everybody who comes to the party with merchandise on, right? That's actually your admission into the party. We're not taking money at the door. If you want to get in, you either wear the shirt or show your proof of purchase on the website. That's how you get in, right? And how do you know where it's at? You got to go buy some shit off the website, and we'll email you the information. So all 21 shows is going to be in the building. It's a private event. It's basically a big company event that I'm throwing it. We're just inviting y'all too. So if y'all want to come, hit me in the inbox and I'll send you all of the information, you know, because I know y'all not going to remember it. I just want to put the bug in y'all ear. But like I said, let me go to the phone line. Did somebody call? Y'all not calling. Y'all must not want to talk about this shit. Let me see who's in the comments. Dang, I just yelled your name. You ain't speaking tonight. What's up, Pretty Key? Y'all know, see, here's the thing, right? I know, y'all know that I got big ass eyeballs, right? But sometimes they be wandering off, you know what I'm saying? That's when I'm talking, I'm not reading the comments all the time. Sometimes I'm not paying attention to what everybody is saying to me because I'm so focused on getting my thought out. So if you ever speak to me and I don't speak back, charge it to my brain, you know, not my eyeballs, because, you know, it's not like I'm trying to ignore everybody. So what's up, Pretty Key? I did not see you. I do see you yelling my name now. Do not yell my name because it's going to activate something. So anyway, yeah, the call-in line is open. What's up to L God on YouTube and everybody else that's tuned in? A couple of y'all chimed in and said my kids are wetbacks. I get a pass. Oh, okay. Okay. You make it. I already read that one. Drug overdose. Drug overdose. Somebody said I seen an article. I thought it was a satire website. I can't recall exactly which one, but as I was researching and scrolling through earlier, it was said that he allegedly passed away from a mixture of cocaine and Viagra. Get my sound effects ready. Now, I hope that wasn't indeed the case, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, like I said, how credible the website was. I can't even remember which site it was that said that. Maybe one of y'all found it and seen it and, can refresh my memory on that. But all I heard, I'm keep hearing over and over and over and over that it was cardiac arrest, a heart attack, cardiac arrest. That's all I'm really hearing. So we have to go off of that. So let me see. On the topic of Kevin Samuels, if he's alive, he's an even bigger clout chaser than I originally thought. But if he's dead, I wonder if he died alone with some cats. Sorry, I had to do it. May his soul rest in peace. So I'm waiting for, even if he, like Lita said, or Elena, I'm sorry, said, if he is in fact deceased, what I'm already seeing is going to surface is all of the videos where he told women that they were going to die alone. They were going to die alone. And I remember some replies of women saying that he would probably die in his 50s. He wouldn't make it out of his 50s. So, it's a lot of conspiracies that's going to come about. I've already seen some to the tune of, yeah, somebody put a voodoo spell on them. You know what I mean? Somebody poisoned them. Somebody drugged them. It was one of them hating females, that he, I've heard all kind of stuff already. But, hopefully the truth will come out eventually, even if the truth is he is not deceased. We'll see. Because I am recollecting when recently there was a known Detroit producer, good homie of mine, and there was a rumor going around social media that he had passed. And I actually posted it myself, you know what I mean? Because I felt like I heard it from a couple of credible sources. And come to find out, I actually took it upon myself to call brother's number. I called brother's number, and his fiance actually picked up the phone, and she told me that he was, in fact, not deceased, but he was in a very serious critical condition. So, and it's funny that we're talking about that because it was just today that I was sent a video in my inbox of my producer friend that I'm talking about recovering in the hospital, walking with a cane, and seeming to be getting back on the road to recovery. But I say that to say that even in that situation where a lot of people was already convinced that he was gone because there was credible sources saying, even myself thought that he was gone, and he was not in fact deceased. It could possibly be the same situation for Kevin Samuels. I mean, hopefully it is. It would be kind of sickening if he wasn't passed away, and hopefully this is something that he concocted and put out on his own for the sake of publicity, for the sake of clout. Like y'all saying, like this would be the biggest clout chasing move ever. Like this would be like he would be Samuelvelli, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Samuelvelli at this point if he faked his death just for the sake of publicity and getting seen and talked about. That wouldn't be, I don't think that'd be a good move. So, let me see. Really, I read massive heart attack. Well, massive heart attack, cardiac arrest. I mean, isn't cardiac arrest heart attack? That's like tomato, right? I'm no, heart surgeon or no shit like that. I'm no doctor, no physician. But heart attack and cardiac arrest is, I think one and the same. I'm no brain surgeon, though. Who knows? So y'all ain't fucking with me tonight. Y'all don't want to call tonight, huh? It's been a long time since I got on here and kicked it with y'all by myself. And y'all don't even want to call the phone line. Not even the folks. Let me see who's all on. Quite a few of y'all on YouTube even chimed in right now. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's the same shit. Heart attack, stroke, you know what I'm saying? Left foot, right foot. You know, it's all the same. Two wings of the same bird. But you know, like I said, I hope he not, you know. I never want to wish their hope anybody to die. That's, you know, especially me being in the arena that I'm in broadcasting and entertainment, and me knowing the science behind being the type of character that he is, for the sake of just getting known and pushing a brand, like, yeah, he don't deserve to get the you know, the treatment, I'll say, that he getting right now. Of course, you know, I know a lot, like, that's his niche. He does what he does because he wants people to not like him, because, right, people gonna talk about you because they want people, oh, go look at this motherfucker, what he said. It's like this promote, and he knows the people that's gonna promote him off that. And he blew up off of it. It's a science that worked for him. So, you know, I'm not gonna charge him with actually being that way. You know what I mean? So, but again, I'm not gonna sit here and talk like I'm giving him a green light or a pass just because he's possibly deceased either. You know what I mean? I'm always you know, I've always said that he has a very abrasive and very disrespectful tone of how he says what he says. No matter how much truth there may be in it, he just delivers it on a platter of bullshit, and nobody wants to eat off a platter of bullshit. So, you know. Unfortunately, it's been confirmed by his mom about an hour ago. Okay. Well, that's what I read. I just hope it's fake because I'm all for his smoke. I mean, it's provocative. It gets the people going, and in some cases, it makes people think. Right? Some cases, it makes people think. So, and I feel like he became most popular because he's a man talking about women. Right? He talked about men too, but the most viral, most popular videos that he had were in regards to his opinion on women. And I would dare to say that as abrasive and mean and spiteful and disrespectful and just nasty as he was sometimes, there are a lot of women equivalents to Kevin Samuels that fellas have been dealing with for a long time. And I'm not saying that as to say that he should get a pass for being the way that he is. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, let's hold some accountability. Let's have some accountability and realize that there are a lot of female Kevin Samuels out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Kavina. What's the female version of Kevin? Not Kimberly. I know too many sweetheart Kims. But anyway, y'all get the point. There's a lot of women out there that do the same level of disrespect and bashing but here's the thing, right? Sometimes, even just like I said about Kevin Samuels, some of these women who have their disrespectful, you know, very spiky tone on how they deliver the message to men, sometimes they have a lot of truth in them. They just wrapped it in a very porcupine-ish package that nobody wants to touch. But it's some gold inside of that porcupine. So that's the thing. Like example. What you mean, like example what? I was talking too damn fast and I don't remember what the hell I was talking about that you asking me. Like example what? What do you mean? What are you asking me to expound on? Call the phone line. Why y'all want to type stuff and then wait for 10 seconds for it to pop on the screen, and there's going to be 10 more seconds before I see it, and then I got to think of an answer and then answer it. Be a whole lot quicker if y'all just call the phone line and ask the questions, you know. Phone line is on the screen, 313-723-0481. But what you see? What was you talking about? Like, you know, I was talking too fast. I don't have a rewind button on my head. I can't remember what I was saying 40 seconds ago. So, you know, moral of my story is I feel like Okay, what am I getting tagged in? The moral of the story is, hopefully he's not dead. If he is, rest in peace. You definitely made your mark on this world, on the community, and look out for part two. Because I know it's going to be somebody to come back and try to claim his his lane. If not, as I spoke on a minute ago, a woman version of Kevin Samuels that comes out to be the new publicity. The female equivalent of Kevin Samuels. I mean, women who bash men and talk about how if they don't have this and they don't have that, then they're not worthy of this, and just women over exaggerating their opinions and standards of what they feel like a man is and what a man ain't. Just because of what doesn't fit for them in their life, they try to take this narrative and these standards that they have in their head and make it a blanket thing where it's just it's applied to the whole species of men and say that they're all that one way. And if you're like this, then you don't deserve that. And if you have this, then you get just abrasive with it, with the delivery. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I don't feel like I should have had to explain that. But if I did, there are women like that exist. You may not be one, and you may feel like, wow, that's crazy. Like, I'm not, what I'm saying may sound like a crackhead smoking crack to you. You don't understand it because you don't smoke crack. I mean, some people do things completely different than other people, and you will never understand why they do it. So me explaining to you that type of woman may sound asinine to you because you're not that type of woman, but they do exist. That's the thing about it. Michael Johnson says, it was a brand and he sold it. I tend to take his internet personality for what it was. I don't think it was 100% him. That's what I was basically saying earlier. Like, he said what he said and did what he did during a lot of those interviews just for the sake of shock value, right? He's seen that he tapped into a vein. He's seen that something that he did actually opened up a lane for him. It got people's attention, whether it was bad attention or good attention. And then, even in some instances, when him talking about women as harsh as he did, we all seen it. There was a lot of women who still agreed with things that he was saying the way that he was saying it all day. You know what I mean? So no different than me when me starting a independent media platform, right? And the first few times that I started recording different events downtown, political events and just news events, right? The first couple of times I did that, I seen the response that I got, and it gave me the impression that I tapped into a vein. You know what I mean? I filled a void. I cracked the egg. I opened up the golden egg, and I got people's attention. So I'm going to keep on doing, keep on striking while the iron's hot, and keep doing the same thing that I did to get people's attention. And now I've become a niche. Like, people know me for this thing now. You know what I mean? So that's all he did. All it took was that first video when he said one thing and it went viral, and now part two was expounding on that conversation because people was looking to his looking for his comeback of the first video, and it just continued to now, he all over the world, interviewing to the likes of Nicki Minaj and, all over different social media platform, radio, broadcasting platform. I think he was on the Breakfast Club. Didn't he do the Breakfast Club or something before? And shit like that, right? All from a viral conversation that he said that he had on social media with one of his viewers. Yeah, and happy birthday, Carl. Happy birthday to Carl. Are y'all not called, or is the phone? Let me look at the phone line. Y'all still didn't. Y'all like, we don't feel like calling. What are y'all doing right now, man? Is everybody at work? Where's you tuned in from? Everybody that's tuned in from right now, give me your city and state in the comments. Let me see who's in here. I always like to check and see who's in here and where you're from, and give a shout out to where you're from, and see how far my videos be reaching while I'm live. But yeah, I really don't. I really don't. Um, I really hope that he's not deceased. That's not. I'm at work, bro. I remember when Twitter years back had mentioned Sinbad was dead, and he actually wasn't in bed. Detroit, what up, though, Mark? Happy birthday, Carl. Yeah, happy birthday, Carl. I just seen that comment as well. Happy birthday, bro. So, you know, we'll see in the morning. I guess it'll be completely confirmed. Let me check TMZ because TMZ still ain't posted it. I find it odd that TMZ hasn't said anything about it. The head article on TMZ is still about Dave Chappelle's attack. So maybe they're gathering more information because there's so much stuff that's come out about it. They try to find an exclusive angle. They're trying to find some exclusive information about the situation. Clinton Township, Detroit, and home. I didn't like him. A lot of people didn't like him. And that is exactly why he was so popular. You know what I mean? That's exactly why he was so popular, because people didn't like him. And everybody had to go watch one of his videos to hear the obnoxious bullshit that this man said out of his mouth that nobody likes. Well, I got to go see why nobody likes him. And then he said one thing, and it's like, whoa, I hate him. Let me listen to something else he said. So, like, Kevin Samuels is like the epitome of all publicity is good publicity in this day and age on the internet as a social media influencer. You can use even the bulk. You can create bad publicity for yourself and still make it work. You can deliberately try to go out and make people mad over and over and over and over again, and that will become your niche, your claim to fame. That'll be what people know you by. You watched one by accident, but I bet you watched another one. Don't say you just watched that one and then you just left and clicked off. I know you why everybody's watched more than one of Kevin Samuels' videos. So I know. She said, no, sir. I thought he was gay. Yeah, I mean, if he was, so be I'm not even gonna get into that because you don't want to get the cancel culture on you. But I've seen several of his videos. There's been a lot of people who had podcasts here who has used some of his videos as talking points for their topics and shared videos and clips of some pieces of conversations that he's had. So I've seen several different pieces that he had. I've never sat and watched an entire Kevin Samuels interview. Like, it was a lot of clips that has been viral, and like I said, people sharing them and tagging me and for the shows and posting them. But again, just the reading that I got from him was that he was, this is all for show. This is for show. He's doing this and saying these things on purpose because whether you like it or not like it, you're either going to comment, you're either going to watch or comment. And in the digital, social media verse right now, comments, likes, clicks, attention, shares, all of that is translated into monetary value. You know what I mean? You can make money after so many times of people watching and clicking and sharing and viewing your content. So, best way to do it, everybody comes up with their own way. And obviously that was his. I don't even know who he is, never watched the video. I couldn't watch him, though. I turned it right off, skip on by. I stayed away, but I see guys always talk about him. Yeah, I didn't talk about him. I wasn't a fan of Kevin Samuels. Like I wasn't, you know what I mean? I love women, you know what I mean? He comes off to me as someone who doesn't really, again, it may be an act, it may be a front, you know what I'm saying? Just his character for social media, but some of the things that he's saying, the way he says it, like, I couldn't put that energy out there in the world about black women and shit, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say some of the things he said, the way he said it. Some of the things I may agree with and some of the things I may have said differently, you know what I'm saying, completely differently. So, I can't say that I'm a fan of him. Although I agree with some of his angles, none of his delivery, some of the angles of what he said and why, but just his delivery is horrible. I stayed away. Already read that one. Nope, not me. I thought the same thing. What's up, everybody on YouTube as well as Facebook? Speaking of, man, listen, everybody on Facebook, I need y'all to go follow this page too. Let me go type the fan page to 7 Mile Radio in the comments. Facebook.com. Oh, that's Facebook. Facebook.com/7 Mile Radio Live. Listen, go follow this page that I just posted in the comments. I'm about to pin it. Go follow that page. All the shows on the network broadcast from that page. I don't like streaming the shows on my personal page here because then what that does is, all of the new followers and the people who follow the shows or tune in end up following my page. I don't want them to follow this page. In fact, I want y'all to get off of this page and go follow the 7 Mile Radio page because that's where all of the news van footage is going to be when I'm live on the scene covering the news or whatever, political demonstration or whatever is going on in the city, or maybe you got a story that I'm coming out to cover. You know what I mean? All of that information, all of that content is going to be on the 7 Mile Radio Live page that I just posted in the comments. So I need y'all to go and follow that. Follow that page so you get all of the news, all of the podcasts. If you're on YouTube, then you're already following the page where you would get all of the shows at. So all of the people that's on YouTube following 7 Mile Radio on the tube, you already in a good spot. If you just so happen to be somewhere like the Roku device and other platforms that stream audio, I want you to follow 7 Mile Radio Live on Facebook or 7 Mile Radio on YouTube so you never miss a show. You know what I mean? We have a video component. You can actually watch the show. People that's watching on Facebook, disregard that because it's people that's just listening in other places. But so just a quick PSA for, the moment. Y'all go follow that page so you can go and watch the rest of the shows. He act as if, wait a minute, what did that say on YouTube? He act as though he couldn't stand black women because he wasn't one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, his delivery, listening to the way he spoke to some women was just like, no, I wouldn't even. Like, I'd be mad if I had a relative, if I had a cousin or sister, or, God forbid, anybody close to my mother or a lady friend who was cussed out by him. It would piss me off. It would probably piss me off because I care too damn much about women. They real life argue over him. I've heard things he talked about how healthy women were. If he is deceased and that was a heart attack, that shows his lifestyle wasn't what he portrayed. Dude sound like a real diary of a mad black ass woman. Yeah, he did come off very bitter and angry and bitter. I don't like using that word bitter, right? Because a lot of people use that word, I feel like, out of context just because someone is saying something about the opposite gender that they don't like. It's not bashing, it's not bitter. I believe that it's bitter when you've been bothered, you've been wronged by an individual, and now you take that wrong from that one individual and apply it to everybody else in the future and act accordingly. You know what I mean? That's bitter. You've been bitten. You know what I mean? You've become bitter off of a situation and it changed you into something other than what you was. You know what I mean? It's causing you to act differently act out of character. Just a man having an opinion on his experiences with a woman having an opinion on her experiences with a man is not bashing, no matter even if this person is talking about things that you fit into the pocket of and you don't want to hear it, still doesn't make it bashing. It's not about you. This is their opinion, and this is how they feel about it, and they have the right to. People have the right to express their opinions, and we need to be mature enough to agree to disagree on a lot of situations, and just say, you know what, you're right. That's for you. This is what's for me, and that's it. We agree that we disagree. We want and we feel like two different things are for us. It's not about sitting at the table with a person trying to battle back and forth to convince them that what you feel is right for the world and that they should do it that way and do it your way, or them doing the same thing back to you. It's just, okay, we're having a discussion. It should be a discussion, a conversation of us explaining our point of views, our angles, and possibly coming to some type of common ground, even if it's just an understanding, me understanding why you feel like you feel, but still, it's a no for me. So we agree that we disagree. And some people just don't get that shit. It's part of the problem with, a lot of discussions that we have amongst our people. We can't agree that we expect people to be all one way. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? And once we try to create an atmosphere where someone is wrong because they don't feel what we feel. They don't fall into the pocket of what we feel is right. Now it's like a battle now. We have men and women, our kings and queens are battling against each other over this divisive shit, this conversation that we shouldn't even be bickering that. We should be trying to come to some kind of common ground as opposed to fighting against each other when we know that we have another enemy, a real enemy on the other side of the chessboard. The king and the queen on the black side should not be battling and trying to critique and strategize moves against each other. That's counterproductive to us winning the fucking game. We battling each other, and then these, the real enemy on the other side of the checkerboard, on the other side of the chessboard, is setting up and strategically aiming at us and battling us as well. Like, we'll never win like that as long as our kings and our queens are battling against each other with these divisive conversations about being bitter because we can't handle to hear what one another is saying about each other. Sometimes we need to sit up and hear the ugly ass truth as far as how we feel about one another. You know what I mean? You can't fix a problem that you haven't diagnosed. You know what I mean? And even if you diagnose it and you don't believe that you have it, you still ain't gonna take the medicine for it. The doctor can tell you that you got some crazy shit. And if you don't believe you got the crazy shit, they give you the medicine. Oh, I don't got that. Fuck that doctor. I don't believe. So we gotta be able to take the medicine from each other sometime. You know what I mean? And listen to each other without feeling like, oh, you just bitter. You just scorn. You just hurt. Oh, sometimes people are just speaking on their experiences. You know what I'm saying? And they're passionate about some of the things that they went through. That don't mean that they're bitter and they're coming off bitter. I'm just passionate about my experiences, and this is my way of explaining it and expressing myself. Everybody ain't the same. Everybody is not, it ain't one way. It's more than one way to skin the cat. So, how long have I been in this motherfucker? How long have I been on here? About, not quite an hour, but why am I not getting any callers? Asked y'all to call in. Am I that entertaining tonight? Y'all not calling the phone line? Or is it not working? Yes, it's working. But anyway, before I get out of here, I really want y'all to come out to the event this month. You know what I mean? I'm having a meet and greet with all of the podcasts, all of my shows. We having a private event, a private meet and greet. It's really, to me, it's a big ass company event. You know what I mean? I'm really just looking forward to having all of the people that are part of the network in the same room, and then mixing and mingling and getting to know each other, and us kind of strategizing on the future of things. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that I want to talk to them about in regards to the business, and just a lot of fun shit I'm looking forward to doing that day, as well as the photo shoot and unveiling the news van and things like that. It's just, I'm looking forward to this month. So, yeah. I think I'm about to jump off here and get me something to put in my belly, because I do have to tend to the studio once again tomorrow. We got a couple of shows. I got some meetings. I got someone that's coming to clean the inside of the van tomorrow. So yeah, I got a few things to get up and get to early in the morning. So, and me getting myself together, so I do get up on time. It's already 3 o'clock, damn near pushing 3 o'clock. So, till next time, I know I always say this, but I'm really going to try to get on here and kick it with y'all a little bit more in the nighttime, and, just had this little freestyle, show like I tend to do sometime, and talk about whatever is current events, hot topics, and anything that's coming down the timeline that y'all want to kick it about. So I will be back tomorrow, live on 7 Mile Radio live page. The Detroit Stand Up Podcast comes on at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 8. So y'all will meet me there, and we'll have another conversation. I may be live tomorrow before then, depending on how my meetings and shit go. If I got a little time in between everything I got going on. But if not, I'll see y'all at 6 o'clock. Over and out. Appreciate everybody tuning in, even though y'all ain't called. But it is what it is. See y'all in a minute. Our angel, Brittany Nicole Dillard of the Plain and Simple Podcast. Continue to watch over us. We miss you. We'll never forget you.
What's up, Bree? What's up, Bree?
Hey! Look at Mark, y'all. Oh my
Shut it up.
Happy Mother's Day to me.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.